We've got a lot of programs that are specifically focused on the children of our fallen heroes.
At Positively America, our mission is to feature good news.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz. We have so many great things to cover for your hour here on Good Morning Vail on Channel 92 Comcast. We're going to talk food, all kinds of different food, even a food truck. A lot of things about the arts, which we all love. And we'll give you the weather and so much more. We're going on for the week here on Good Morning Vail on TV8. And it starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
We can expect mostly sunny skies today for your Tuesday. It's going to be a nice day with only 15% chance of precipitation. Your high by 8 a.m. is 59 degrees. The high today is 81 degrees. It's going to be a warm one, and winds west-southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we take a look at the full day, sunny skies all the way through noon. By 4, we might get some cloud coverage coming in, and by 8 p.m., partly cloudy skies and 70 degrees. Taking a look at your I-70 corridor all the way in Denver, is going to be another hot day at 95 degrees, sunshine all the way around with partly cloudy skies, 81 in Vail, 87 in Eagle, and in Avon, 82 degrees. Tonight, your overnight low is 56 degrees. We'll have partly cloudy skies. Sun's starting to set a little bit earlier each day as we get closer to fall. Tonight, it sets at 7:56 p.m. Taking a look at your 5-day forecast, by tomorrow, we're going to have some more chances of precipitation, 60% chance of same afternoon thunderstorms with 76 degrees for your high and 53 degrees for your low. By Thursday, 80% chance of lots of rain. Thunderstorms in the afternoon, 68 for your high and 52 for your low. By Friday, we still have a 50% chance of precipitation. 70 degrees is your high with the afternoon thunderstorms again. 52 degrees is your low on Friday, and on Saturday, another chance of rain at 50%. Afternoon thunderstorms, 73 degrees is your high and 50 degrees is your low. And then when we hit Sunday, we only have a 20% chance of sun showers and rain a little bit, and 72 for your high on Sunday with mostly sunny skies and 45 degrees for your low. Looks like a great week ahead of us. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail on TV8 after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Liz, your Good Morning Vail host for a Tuesday morning. I love food, and I know you guys do too, and we cover a lot of different kind of unique dishes here. Now, sometimes you hear about a dish and you're like, what? You never know what these things will do when they're all combined together. Well, Kim is going to show me wrong because I was curious about what she was making, but it turned out to be amazing. If you want to learn how to make chicken Caesar waffles, sounds a little odd, but it's pretty good. Let's find out right now with Kim.
It's my favorite time in the show where I am in the kitchen trying out all kinds of new recipes and sharing my favorites. Now, you may have heard of chicken and waffles. I certainly have because I grew up in the South, but we're going to try something different. It's a viral TikTok recipe that I've seen, a chicken waffle Caesar salad. What in the world is that, you might ask? Well, I wondered the same thing, so we're giving it a shot. We already started working on our waffles, so we're gonna make it into a sandwich. So I'm making 2 mini waffles. It's about the size of an Eggo. I have one already going in the kitchen here. As you can see, it looks great. We've already kind of got it started, and I'll tell you all of the ingredients to put into our chicken waffle. We're just gonna set that over here. I've got Caesar salad mix. This is if you want an easy hack, or if you're feeling extra creative, you can make your own dressing, make your own Caesar salad, grab the romaine, roughly chop it. But we're gonna go for the sake of ease. We've got the Caesar salad mix already prepared at the grocery store. I'm gonna just set this right over here. Parmesan cheese, you can never have too much Parmesan cheese. Now I know that Caesar salad kit probably already comes with its own Parmesan cheese, but you never know. We're gonna always add more to it. You can even add it into the chicken mix if you want to, but we're gonna stay fresh. And then bacon, we want the bacon. Give me all of the bacon. That saltiness, it's just great. Now to make our waffle, we've got about 1 cup and 1/4 cup of shredded chicken. So you can buy it already pre-made. What we did is we took a rotisserie chicken and shredded it up, and then, or you can just cook yours at your own house, whether you are just baking some chicken and shredding it later, or you can buy it at the store. We've got 1 whole egg, plus paprika, we've got salt and garlic powder. So this is going to be a very simple recipe. We're gonna go ahead and get started to make our chicken waffle batter. So I'm gonna crack my egg. I like to make sure that I crack it on a hard surface away from my mixture, just so that I do not crack the shell into it. So I just cracked it on a flat surface. We're opening it up right there. Now I know the egg gets a little bit messy at times, but that's okay. You have paper towels and a towel to wipe your hands on, just like this, right? So we threw our egg in there, and then we're gonna take about 1/2 teaspoon of all of our spices. So we're gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you know, if you're like me, most of the time you just wing it, but for measurement purposes and to make sure that I am sharing my secrets with you all, just gonna put that salt right in there. I used pink Himalayan sea salt, but you can use really any salt that you want to. Now paprika, you wanna make sure that you do just about 1/2 of a teaspoon of the paprika. Just dump it in there. Now you want to be careful to get regular paprika. If you have smoked paprika, that's fine. It just gives a little bit of a different flavor palette than what you would probably be used to in a traditional chicken Caesar salad. And then we've got 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic powder. In my opinion, you can never go wrong with too much garlic powder. Once we've done all of that with all of our spices, we're just going to take my fork, my handy dandy fork right here, just mix it all up. Make sure that you're breaking in that egg yolk. You're just gonna mix it all together. And what I love about this recipe is that the paprika gives the waffle a nice, like crisp, like orangey golden hue. So it also adds that to the chicken. Now, egg, you may wonder, you know, the chicken's already cooked. Why are we cooking it again? The egg is a really great binding agent for all things. So we could try to shred the chicken and put it on the waffle maker. It's not going to stick together. That's why we've got the egg here. And the more shredded it is, the easier it is to manipulate. But we've got a rough shred here from the rotisserie chicken, straight from the grocery store. So this is about the extent of the cooking you're going to do on this recipe. You can make your own bacon. We made our own bacon here, but you can also, another easy hack, just buy the bacon bits that are already made in the salad section at your local grocery store. So it's looking good. Everything is coated. We've got our garlic powder, our salt, the paprika, the egg, all binded around our chicken. And now we've had our little handy dandy waffle maker. I like to name him Bob. Bob has been heating up. He is ready to go. He is ready for us to grace him with our chicken presents. We're going to go ahead and get started there. So Bob is nice and hot. You want to make sure it's hot before you put this chicken mixture on it. And then I'm just going to take as much as I can. You know, you're going to smush it down a bit, so feel free to put as much chicken on it as you want to. If you are a macro counter, or are kind of tracking what you eat on a daily basis, this is approximately 150 grams of shredded chicken. So that definitely helps if you're tracking those calories and those macros. This should give you about 2 waffles here. So we're gonna go ahead and get one started, and then I'll start working on that sandwich layer. Now be careful when you are shredding your chicken, you wanna make sure you don't get any bones. We did get a little piece of a bone there from that rotisserie chicken, and it's not gonna be very delicious if you were to bite into that. I'm just gonna layer that up. You can make it nice and pretty if you want to. You can already hear the sizzling of the egg and the chicken on our waffle maker. You know, it's time we start using things differently than their original intended purpose. You know, waffles can be used in any form or capacity. And I don't know about you, but I am constantly searching the internet for low-carb versions of things that I love. Well, this isn't necessarily what I would have anticipated to replace a traditional waffle, but I can tell you it's looking pretty good to me. So once our waffle is cooking, we're just gonna let it get nice and crisp. And as you can see on this one, it's a nice and crisp golden outside. The orange color comes from that paprika that we've added into it. So what we're gonna do here, we can do open face sandwiches, or if you want to, you can just smash it together and turn it into a waffle sandwich, which is obviously very delicious. We've got our chicken going. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna actually take some of our bacon and we're just gonna do a rough chop of it and dice it up. Now you wanna get it as crispy as possible, and it's okay if it's not. It's just not gonna give that same extra crunch that you might be looking for. We are avoiding the croutons in this recipe, and that's what the bacon typically would give that crunch in a normal Caesar salad. If you really want to be low carb, you can do like a turkey bacon. You can eliminate the bacon. You can look for a low calorie version of the Caesar salad or the Caesar dressing as well. And that really just helps kind of keep it very high protein, low carb, low sugar, and delicious. You know, Parmesan is one of my favorites. I can hear the waffle maker sizzling. You know it's working. You know it is crisping up. It's going to be delicious. I don't know, I'm a big bacon girl, so I love that this recipe calls for that extra salt. And you know, if you are using regular bacon, because there is that saltiness in the bacon, you may want to go a little bit less in the salt in the chicken mixture. It's really up to you what kind of flavor profile you're looking for. Personally, I don't mind having salt, especially, you know, here in the mountains. There is a lot of hiking, you're sweating, you're not drinking enough water, you need those electrolytes to really fuel your body as you're continuing through the process. So chicken's sounding good, it's looking good. I'm just doing a little rough chop of this bacon here. You can chop it up a little bit more if you want to, but as you can see, I'm just going straight for these little, I'm just cutting it horizontally. I'll probably do a quick little rough chop, but it doesn't need to be very small. You just kind of chop it up just like that. Looking great. And then as always, you can always rip it up. Again, the crispier your bacon is, the easier it will be to cut it. As you can see, the bacon's looking great. So we're just gonna put this chopped bacon back on the plate. While we do that, I'm gonna taste some of this bacon. Tastes like delicious, salty, and sweetness. Reminds me of breakfast. Now, we're looking at our chicken or waffle here. You can see it's crisping up a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to push down on this just to make sure that's getting every single aspect and all the outer edges of this chicken waffle that we're making. You can hear the sizzling, so you know it's working. Now, here's a fun trick. I like things that are easy, that are in better bite sizes. So when I've got my bag of lettuce here and my Caesar salad mix. Now, it's a rough chop, just like this. You can kind of see the pieces are a little bit bigger. I personally am probably going to go ahead and dice it up a little bit further, just so that we can really make sure that when you're biting into it, you're not losing the whole salad out of your mouth like it typically happens when the lettuce pieces are too big. So we've got our diced bacon just like this. We've got all of the fixings of our salad kit here. Just going to put it straight on our platform. Yes, we've already diced up the bacon, but you're adding the bacon into it anyways. So we're just going to go ahead and pull out the lettuce, listening to that chicken waffle cook. Now I'm going to just do a rough chop. I'm not going to chop it up a ton because it's already pretty ripped up. As you can see, we're just going to gather it together and just do a quick. And you really want to make sure that you have a nice sharp knife if possible. Usually knife injuries happen in the kitchen when your knife is dull, and so you want to make sure that it's always sharp as possible. Looking good. We're just going to do a little bit more of a rough chop here, just like this. I love the smell of crisp lettuce, like the bottom parts of the romaine or like an iceberg lettuce. To me, that it just smells like summertime, ready for a cookout, ready to have a delicious Caesar salad or what have you. And I can smell the freshness and the aroma of this lettuce. It smells just like hydration and nutrition and outside, and it just, I'm dreaming. It's going to be great. All right, so we've got our lettuce roughly chopped. This one's looking good. We're going to leave it for another minute or two, just a little bit longer, to cut those outside edges. Now what we're going to do is assemble the sandwich. We've got our first part. You can make it an open face sandwich if you want to, but we're going to take that rough chopped lettuce, just put a little bit on it here, just like that. Now, if you have a big old waffle maker, that's always good, but I like these little mini bite sizes because it just reminds me of like Lego My Eggo as I was growing up as a kid. Now, we've got all of our dressing fixings here. Again, you can buy it all separately, or you can get it into your Caesar salad bag mix. I'm going to open it up, make sure it doesn't go flying everywhere. It comes with its own salt and pepper packets. We may use that, but we've already put some salt and pepper into it. And then you're going to just take some scissors, and we're going to do a light drizzle of the Caesar dressing. So I'm just going to take my scissors, and you can rip it. Usually there's like a little spot to rip it, but I like to just take just a tiny bit off the corner so that I can control the drizzle and make sure that it's going exactly where I want it to go. All right, we've got that here. We're going to drizzle the dressing over it just like that. It's okay if it gets a little bit messy, because messy is good. To me, a sandwich is supposed to be messy. You take a big juicy bite into it and it's going to be delicious. We'll put a little bit of our bacon on top of it. So again, if you're like, well, what about the protein? The protein is the waffle. We already made the chicken. We are golden there. A little bit of that protein there. And then I like freshly grated Parmesan. Now I know that this salad dressing mix comes with it, but I prefer to get one separately no matter what. We're going to go ahead and put some of this freshly grated Parmesan on here, just like that. Now, if you wanted to be fancy, you could always layer the Parmesan into the chicken mix as you're making the waffle. All right, we're just going to sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Looking good, and hope that our next waffle is ready for us to bite into. It's looking pretty darn good. I think we're going to go ahead and take it out. Now, it looks great to me. As you can see, there's your open face sandwich if you wanted to leave it just like that. I'll put this dressing just right here. And go ahead and grab a fresh, clean fork, because our other fork already has all of the egg mixture all over it, so we don't want to use that. Fresh, clean fork to pull this waffle out of the mix. Oh, I can see the steam coming off it. It looks great. We're just going to pop this on the top just like that. I'm going to flip it over because I'm going to cut it. This is going to be the fun part. We're going to watch me bite into this live on air. We'll see how that turns out. Oh, it looks great. I can hear the crunch of the lettuce when I cut it. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to bite into it. As you can see, pure protein, no carbs, a delicious Caesar salad chicken sandwich. We've got the chicken waffle, the bacon, the Parmesan, the Caesar dressing, and the lettuce. I have to say, I took too big of a bite for the television, but TikTok, I think you're onto something. Can't wait to try more of these fun recipes with you here in the kitchen.
Good morning, Vail.
This is Necklace. This easy-to-use, non-surgical alternative improves the appearance of sagging skin around your neck and jawline. Made from medical-grade tape, Necklace lasts up to 10 hours, giving you a firmer, smoother look all day long.
This is the one that works.
Starting on one side, peel off to expose adhesive and affix it beneath your earlobe. Stretch the strip around the back of your neck until it reaches the other side. Remove the white backing from the other end of the strip and attach under the other earlobe. Go ahead and take your hair down.
Wow, look at that. Necklace really is the one that works.
Women everywhere are thrilled with the results.
Necklace is my time machine, and I'm loving life again.
Necklace is way better than surgery. It's cheaper and it's easier. Oh wow, took my 2 years off here. Well, I like it. It's like a mini facelift. Oh, it totally works. Think I need a box or two.
Use the on-screen QR code or visit sagnomore.com to order now. We even give you a money-back guarantee. Try Necklace today.
Stevie Lee Woods presents Nashville Roadhouse Live, where country meets rock and roll.
It's where I drank my first beer, where I found Jesus, where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces. Join us every week for more live performances right here on Nashville Roadhouse Live.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to your Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail here on TV8. I'm your host, Liz, and I have two lovely ladies sitting here on the sofa with me. We're going to talk spicy, right? I'm super excited to have you here. Lindsay Eckham and Abby, what is your last name?
Wickham.
Okay, Wickham. And you all business, I like that name, Wickham. You all are business partners for something new and fantastic, and you're called Mountain Bells, and you both look like Mountain Bells, Southern Bells, and it's the Creole food truck. Now, we have food trucks like crazy around the valley, but I have not yet seen a Creole food truck. So tell us all about this. Where are you guys located? What are your hours? Where can people find you? And then we need to hear all about the food and how you started this.
Perfect.
So just a couple of questions.
Cool, yeah. So we're located at 152 Main Street in Minturn.
Okay.
So we're actually in the Agora. So Larry Stone owns the property. And in the back, we have Wild Mountain Cellars, Matt Deem. So we kind of have a little bit of a collaboration.
Nice.
It's covered. We have tables, so you can have wine. Larry does the wood-fired pizza, and then obviously our truck. You know, it's been really awesome to just have a spot to sit and stay. We are working on moving and events. We talk about that in a minute as well. We have some events coming up.
Okay.
Hour-wise, we are closed on Mondays unless otherwise. We're really flexible with our hours. Kind of doing Sundays and Tuesdays 2 to 3 to like 8-ish. And then Wednesday, Thursday, we do 11:30 to 7:30 unless we're super busy. We'll stay open later. And then Fridays and Saturdays, we do live music. So kind of an
Wow.
all-day thing.
This is so cool. So it's kind of like a block party situation almost.
It's a lot of
and
fun.
you just happen to be there. So you both look so young to me, which I think is real. You're laughing, but I think it's great because I love to see women who get businesses going and work together as a partnership and all those great things. You know, empowering women is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad to have both of you here. And how did you girls get together with regards to a food truck, and then what made you decide on the type of food?
Well,
Talk about how we met.
yeah, we actually we've worked together for a while, just on a variety of jobs.
Yeah.
We started nannying, and we met on a playground together, and then from there on, we just kind of somehow always found each other working together. And
Oh, that's great. And then you clicked, obviously.
Yeah.
100%. We just work really well together, which is super important.
It's really
we finish
important.
each other's sentences. We're thinking the same thing at the same time, and it's kind of crazy. And we're always just like giggling about it. And we're just like, oh my goodness, like we just said the same thing again.
That's kind of neat. It's kind of it's gonna sound weird, but it's like a marriage. But when you're partners, it's true.
We always joke about how we're married together and
why
married to
not?
the truck.
A partnership is a partnership, and that's what's important. And you have to get along, and you have to respect each other's opinions and ideas, and all the other good stuff. So, do you have like one is more creative and the other one's more business minded, or are you pretty much even in that department?
I feel like we kind of switch off a lot.
Yeah, that's great. Usually
Yeah.
there's one right brain and one left brain.
Yeah. I mean, like, we're completely the same person.
That's amazing.
Just, we have, you know, a couple different skills. And right now, since it's just the two of us doing everything,
Wow.
I mean, it is really cool to have two females, you know, all the way down to gray water dumping, figuring out, you know, electricity, all the dirty work. Like, it's us. We are accounting, front of the house, back of the house, chefs, like dishwashing, everything is us. So
wow, that's so impressive, though.
Yeah,
it really is.
We're super excited about it, and you know, we just wanted to bring something different to the Valley. So I know you were talking about kind of how and why we started. It kind of came out of nowhere. There was an opportunity for us, and you know, just looking to kind of grow with that. But there was nothing like us in the Valley. You know, there's so many different kinds of the same food here that we wanted to do something different to cater to a lot of those southern clientele that do come up here. So,
you know, we always have so many of the same types of dishes and food stuff, staples, whatever you want to call it, out here. So it's really nice to see, like, there's one Indian restaurant in the whole Valley, and I love that place. So it's really, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I love that place.
Yeah.
But it's just really neat to have something unique and different, because a lot of times you go to a food truck, you can get a gyro or a taco. And I love both of those things. Don't get me wrong, they're my favorite. I can fill up on all of that. But it's nice to have a little diversity to also enjoy, and that's really cool. So do both of you prepare the food?
Oh, yeah.
Yes? And do you have any background in cooking, or did you decide, I can cook, I'm going to do this?
That was kind of how I did.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
My grandma taught me how to cook from very little. You know, my dad was super into cooking as well.
Yeah.
So just starting from there, you know, and I'm from Virginia as well. So like the type of food we have, I'm very, you know, so I grew up on.
Right.
So like I know how to, you know, mix spices and have like a certain flavor, and like, you know, frying chicken and everything. So I kind of
gotta try the Nashville hot chicken tenders.
Oh my God. It's one of my favorite things in life.
So good.
Just fried chicken in general.
So yeah, it's just kind of like I just grew up cooking, and you know, that's how.
That's great. I mean, you don't have to be a chef to become one. I mean, you can be self-taught or grandma taught or anything like that. And I mean, if you make good food, who cares where you came from?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And what about you?
So me, on the other hand, is a little bit different, which is really cool though, that how we can work well together, because she doesn't have the complete background, but she does know how to cook and receptive and stuff like that. And sometimes when you work with people that haven't been in the industry, it's almost a little bit better because we gel just a little better.
Right.
So I've been cooking since I was 5.
5?
Yeah. Like
I've been eating
I
since
came
I was
out
5.
I came out of the womb knowing that I wanted to be in this industry. I wanted to
amazing.
cook. I have 4 years culinary in high school, which was really awesome to have those classes, and then 4 years in college. My major, I did a major in hospitality management and business. I didn't want to just go for culinary because I wanted to be well-rounded in the industry.
Especially if you do the business side,
Which
now
is,
you made it
yeah,
perfect.
extremely important. And when I was little, I always wanted to, have brick and mortar, some small eclectic, maybe a tapas restaurant or craft cocktails, desserts, stuff like that. And then, like I said, this kind of came out of nowhere. So I was like, I have to start somewhere of something my complete own and her own. And it's really exciting just to share with the community and the world what I can prepare. And
I just think that's wonderful. So you
you.
both just have so many great qualifications to gel with each other, and it really works out. How long have you been open?
Our first day was July 4th.
Oh, so you're
at
brand
the bottom of Powder
spanking
Eight.
new.
So we had the fireworks and everything first day. And
What was that like, chaos or not?
It went really smooth.
Oh, good.
It was,
Yeah.
but just knowing how we can work together, it was just like we didn't even have to talk. We give each other a look, like she'll grab me this, and I'm like, oh, thank God. So it just like it flowed like really, really well. So it was kind of awesome.
Now I have the most important question of all. Okay. Tell me some of the dishes. What do you make?
Well,
My pants just popped open thinking about the food. I did. I'm already full.
We have the Nashville hot chicken tenders. Now I'm kind of switching where I can offer bites as well, just like to more finger food.
Right.
The jambalaya, the shrimp etouffee, and then we have sausage po' boy and shrimp po' boys, and then the sidewinder fries.
Is there drool over here?
Just a little bit.
I love po' boys.
Beignets.
Oh, okay. So
and
you're
then-
bringing New Orleans to Minturn is what you're doing.
And something we do have to mention too, everything is made from scratch, everything handmade. So the beignets are handmade.
Wow.
We hand bread everything. So it is a little bit more challenging, in a food truck sense.
I can imagine.
And then we do have our commissary as well, but we're creating that quality from scratch food. So that's why, we work these insane hours and we don't stop. And yes, we're tired. We live off a lot of coffee. And, but it is exciting to have it ours. But the whole made from scratch thing, and we're working on, we tweak things here and there. And we're super stoked that every single person that has come by is in love with our food.
Oh,
and,
I love it.
We sit there and try to dig it out of people like, what's wrong? And no one has said one wrong thing.
Well, you can learn
nothing.
from that.
But no one said anything.
Wow. That's amazing.
So we're like,
not a little bit too much pepper here, nothing. You just know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing at all. Do people show up mostly for lunch or like a dinner time, or is it both?
It depends. More dinner.
Yeah, more dinner, huh? Oh,
so
okay.
like with Sundays and Tuesdays, you'll see more dinner crowd.
Okay.
But you have Fridays and Saturdays. The farmers market and everything. So lunch rush can be pretty.
So I know it's a food truck, so it could be mobile. I know you're stationary now, but do you have plans to show up at some of outdoor concerts and festivals? And are you ever gonna come down Valley or up Valley? I never know what I'm saying.
Whichever way, it was same. We're all
part of the valley, somewhere here. Come to Avon.
Yes, we definitely have plans to do that.
Yay.
We are going to be in Lions Head Oktoberfest and the Vail Village Oktoberfest coming up.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
And plans for the winter. Not 100% sure yet on location. We potentially might be working kind of out of the Agora in that space, and with Matt and Larry, and kind of having like a smaller, like just eclectic little space for people to come after the Minturn Mile. So
I love it.
Plans for that, and then unfortunately we missed the cutoff to kind of be in like the Avon area unless we're on private property.
Gotcha.
So kind of working towards that, but like I said, it's just two of us right now, and it's our baby, and we're just kind of slow and steady wins the race, and kind of go from there. So,
well, I gotta say, I'm very impressed with both of you ladies, Abby, and I can't even believe that this is something that you just decided, hey, it's right here at our fingertips. And Lindsay, I'm sorry, I forgot to say your name.
No, you're good.
And I was all of a sudden, I said your one name.
It's all good.
And then Abby and Lindsay, Eckham, well, you're not both Eckham, but
okay,
you might
sounds
be the same
so
people.
funny. Wickham, Ekman, Wickham.
You're Wickham and Eckham, so you're just one combined human being. Two entities, you guys, two powerful women that are doing something really spectacular. And this just shows that we could put anything our minds are set to and make it happen. And this is what you guys have done with Mountain Bell's Creole food truck, something unique and original. Make sure you get on over to Minturn, see these lovely ladies, and try out that delicious food. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Liz. We really appreciate it.
I'm so excited. I'm going to make my way over there and try some.
You
too.
have to.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again. Y'all, check out that Creole food truck over in Minturn, and we'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail right after this.
You don't need to go far to experience hot springs from around the world. There are 10 new pebble bottom experience pools at Iron Mountain Hot Springs, featuring mineral formulas made to replicate hot springs from global destinations. The new area is called World Springs, and it's for ages 21 and over. Each country's pool has unique healing properties, such as this pool inspired by the waters of Bali. According to their website, sulfate and magnesium make up 74% of the minerals found in the Banjar hot springs in Bali, and it's said to benefit skin and sleep health and reduce inflammation. The general manager, Aaron McAllister, tells us about some of his most popular formulas.
With our Blue Lagoon formula, we have silica in there, as well as sodium, calcium, magnesium, at different levels, right? So you go to Vichy, France, and in that recipe, there will be different amounts of calcium, magnesium in there, which will provide different kind of benefits for each person getting into there. So with the World Springs location on our property, you can be in, Bath, England, and then move quickly over to South Korea. And again, we've got 30 different recipes that we'll start to cycle in. Well, that's what's exciting, is you can really experience the difference. Literally, you'll know when you get in, you can touch and feel that mineral water. It'll help with muscle, it'll soreness, fatigue, inflammation. So they'll be different depending on which one you get into.
And another therapy they offer is the 55-degree cold plunge.
It's cold. There's chicken skins, definitely goosebumps. Ice challenge all over again.
So what makes you want to get in the ice cold water?
That man's birthday. We said, what do you want to do for your birthday? And he said cold plunges.
You can go in and you feel it and then you come back out and it's like, ah.
Despite the benefits, I wasn't quite brave enough to get all the way in. I did, however, enjoy this 108-degree garnet pool right on the Colorado River in what is the legacy section of the hot springs, where children over 5 are welcome.
So on our legacy side, the 16 original mineral pools are all named after gems. It's true geothermal. We don't heat that water. It comes up from the ground, flows into the pool, turns over every 2 hours, meaning that pool cycles every 2 hours with new water, and then that mineral water actually we discharge into the river.
And Iron Mountain Hot Springs is open all year round, even in the snow.
What's really neat is that as the water in the mineral pools leaves, we capture it before it goes to the river, we pump it back up, and then we actually heat the sidewalks with that mineral water. So during a snowstorm, sidewalks are not warm to the touch, but they're not icy.
So come and experience hot springs from around the world, all in one location.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to Nantucket Rope Bracelets. All of our stylish bracelets are handmade in our Nantucket workshop, using only the best non-shrinking line with soft, flexible finish. Find us at NantucketRopeBracelets.com and order your beautiful piece from Nantucket today.
to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. It's Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz. Now, kids are all getting ready to get back to school, but their health is something that we really have to pay close attention to. We have somebody very special here that I am on the line with. It's Dr. Arethusa Kirk, and you are the Chief Medical Officer of the United Healthcare Community Plan. Hello, Dr. Kirk. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for hosting me.
Oh, I'm very happy to have you here. We have so many kids in our community all getting ready to go back to school. And I know that there's an sometimes overlooked aspect of the preparation for their kids' health. And that's why we have you here today. And we just want to know how parents can be prepared. So what is your great advice for parents to be all prepared for the health of their kids this school year?
Well, the first is just to acknowledge that, yes, it is a busy time for all of us as parents. And it's a great time for us to check in for the physical, mental, and social well-being of our kids. And that's getting those regular wellness checks scheduled, because this is how we get our screenings, tests, immunizations, and overall prevention checked up so kids are developing correctly.
Okay, well, that's a very important part, especially because to pay attention in class, you have to feel healthy, and to learn, everything has to be in proper order. So that's a really wonderful experience for everybody. Now, what kind of tips do you have to give parents so when they're making their appointments and they're getting everything ready? Sometimes it's a little confusing and sometimes it's a little chaotic between the schedule, the school, the classes, the after classes, and everything else.
Yeah, so fundamentally, I think it's important for everyone to understand that pediatrics is there to help because we're about prevention and early intervention so kids can grow and thrive. So the first is knowing and preparing for the schedule of exams, and your pediatric office or family practitioner should be able to point that to you. We also have resources. Secondly is to prep for those tests, screenings, labs, and immunizations that you might have during that visit. And the third is be ready for dialogue. So write down your questions ahead of time. In terms of the schedule of exams, if you're an infant up to age 15 months, you've got 8 exams. But when you get into adolescence or starting at age 3, your schedule of exams switches up to once a year. So that's a perfect example of how things change.
Now, you said up to 8 exams for the infants. What kind of exams do you do?
Well, all of them, we're doing a physical exam. We're looking at signs of development for your streams of development. We're also doing different screening tests to ensure that there's hearing, vision, and also some labs. So at 12 months in particular, we're doing a lab test for anemia and lead, and maybe doing tests earlier if there's lead exposure.
Well, who knew that there was something that we had to worry about, lead exposure and all that other stuff. So this is great that we have you here because we can learn some things that we're not quite in tune with yet. Now, do you feel that with the online situation, is it easier for the parents to make their scheduling and have it like that, or is it easier for them to just call and feel more comfortable speaking with somebody?
Well, it depends on your pediatrician's office and their practice, but I would definitely, most pediatricians' offices and practices may have an online scheduling tool, and they may also have some of those screening tests and questions that you can complete before your actual visit so that you're all prepared to have the visit without having to fill out those forms. But scheduling via phone is also fine, and we would encourage it because we're really hoping that kids get in for their annual wellness checks.
Yeah, it's super important. It really is. And do you have any tips for the parents to give their kids to keep their germs at bay?
Well, the first thing is definitely washing hands. So that's really important in covering your cough. But also, we really recommend the routine schedule of immunizations. And this includes your annual flu vaccine, which starts at 6 months of age for all of us, so that we can create a circle of protection for those who aren't able to be protected by them.
So I remember when I was in school, we literally would stand in line and it was mandatory. Do you guys have any sort of situation where some people do not want to give their kids the shots?
That's certainly a dialogue that happens oftentimes behind closed doors with a pediatrician and in the family. And that's an important dialogue to have about what are the hesitations, what are the concerns, so that we can talk through misinformation and disinformation.
I think that's really important because it's a topic that's a little sensitive, but everybody wants to do right by their children and everybody has different ideas. So when you all come into play, you can give all the proper information and everybody can be well informed and feel very confident and comfortable with the child's care as far as their health goes. Now, how do people reach out to get more information with regards to this important information?
Yeah, we have a website available for everyone. It's at uhc.com/children's wellness. And we've taken care to put some information there that you can download, links for immunization schedules, etc.
That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough for being here. This is a very important topic, and we want to keep our kids happy and healthy and safe in school, and all the welcome back to everybody. So thank you very much. It's Dr. Arethusa Kirk, and you're the Chief Medical Officer for United Healthcare Community Plan. That's a big job, and thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you.
All right, you have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you so much. And that's that. You guys get your kids all ready for school and be healthy. And we'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail on TV8 right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunity to points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point for this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at LeadvilleRailroad.com.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to a very busy morning on Good Morning Vail, TV8. I'm Liz, and now I have another special guest with me, and I'm really happy to have you here. Russell, you are from Alpine Arts. Russell Fredrickson, I can't say Fredrickson. And this is a wonderful place that's in Riverwalk. And I know Lauren Merrill is also with you over at Alpine Arts. And you guys do such an amazing thing, not only for kids, because I've gone there and taken a bunch of classes as well, and I have learned new mediums, and it's a really spectacular place right smack in the heart of Edwards for people to go, bring their kids, and you have camps, and you have so many great things. But something really big is coming up. We actually have 2 big events coming up, but the first one's taking place in Vail. What's taking place, and what do we need to know about it?
Okay, big news. We have a Town of Vail event today, and it's before the free concert.
Yes.
So we have drop-in art, and today we're doing a great medium. It's wearable art, which is, yeah, so it's fabric markers and trucker hats. So you can come, and Lauren will be the instructor as always, and yeah, it's we partner with the Town of Vail, and it's a great discounted social art event. So you can just come and enjoy the weather. It's under the canopy in case the rain comes in, or through the afternoon weather, and it's people just have a good time and be creative. And what we're actually we'll be sticking around for a few hours during warm up, after the music starts, and people can just come and just do a great medium, and we partner with that, and it's a good time. And Lauren does a great job, teaching, no matter what your skill set is with art, but you'll have a great wearable kind of trucker hat. So it's kind of,
I love them.
We
were just looking at some pictures of them. They're super cool. They got the mountain, so it's nice in a theme. It's a nice theme for out here, and this is exciting, this big concert, and you guys are going to be there. Is this your first time partnering with a big concert like that?
No, not we do this all the time.
Nice.
Throughout the summer we have Town of Vail art series, and it's all different mediums. So it's like painting, graffiti art, so clay, all the good things.
Yeah.
So, and we go around the village, and sometimes we do stuff at Root and Flower, at Vendettas. So yeah, just keep an eye. We're at alpineartcenter.org, and we have our event schedule, and we just do a lot of things in the community.
You really do. There's so many great things. I want to talk about the art battle coming up this weekend as well. But as far as the Vail Festival, that's super exciting. Everybody can show up and be part of this exciting event. And Lauren's a wonderful lady, and she's super creative and talented. And I have gone with my friend Dina to several of her classes. I've learned how to do the port painting, and so many things that I had never done before. The nails, where you hammer the nails and you do the strings and things like that. I think I remember doing that as a kid. But I live right there in Riverwalk, so I'm walking by all the time, and I always see happy kids smiling. You seem to have a lot of classes for kids and events. I remember I also did an improv for kids over at the Alpine Arts one time for Purim. So I know that you guys do a lot of different events and parties, and you can actually have parties for kids over there, right?
Of course, yeah. I mean, our venue, we do lots of, we have a large variety for young, of all ages, really. But it is definitely a great, events and party for children venue. So we definitely love to support that, and just support, again, all skill sets in the community. But let me get to the art battle and block party.
This is important, you guys. This is going to take place this weekend, and I've been to the one last year. It was so much fun.
Right.
Explain how it works.
Right. It's this Friday. It starts at 4:30, and it's a huge block party. We had a couple hundred people come through last year. Live music from a couple of great bands, The Evolution.
I love them.
And yes, it's just a huge, really nice event. So we have over a dozen artists that are going to be timed art for 3 hours. Starts at 4:30. Huge block party. Drinks and refreshments provided, for donation, suggested donation provided by the Eagle Valley Humane Society.
Yes, I
saw
that.
They're going to be there. It's all good. And these artists are, they're from all over the place. And we actually have, 2 this year that are now coming up from Denver.
Ooh.
So it's, we've gotten quite a following, and they're good professional illustrator artists that have been doing this professionally for, over 20 years.
Amazing.
for, bigger networks, illustrators, and then we have lots of different physical art. We have a guy who's kind of electrifying and routing wood.
Wasn't he there last year?
He was not. He was a lathe artist, so that was
okay.
So we have a different, each year we
Mix it up.
acquire more, mix it up. But we have, a local artist, Knitting Cat, who will be there, who does, knitting, on an old school.
Oh my gosh.
So it's really cool. It's a very good variety. Lots of talented artists.
I love that.
Like we said in our press release, a good local artist by the name of Margot Thomas. She'll be there to support. So just come out. The Evolution will be there. Your friend Dina, they'll be rocking it out.
Yay.
So it's a great community event. Just support, River Walk in general. Lots of the local businesses have sponsored to do the prize money.
Oh, that's really nice.
You can bid on the art. It's a great event. This will be my third year of kind of helping Lauren organize it, but
well, she told me you've
one
done
of my
a
favorite
great
things.
job organizing. She
Sweet.
says you are the organizer, so there you go. So just know that you're appreciated with all your hard work.
Sweet.
Is it too late for anybody who wants to join in on the art battle?
I mean, we're just signing up the last couple, but
Okay.
it's full.
It's
So,
full.
we're definitely going to have, over a dozen artists.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and it'll be very fun to watch. We will be doing our water marbling, silk marbling, again on wearable art, the
Yes.
hats, it's an amazing medium to watch.
It really is. It's cool to watch.
Yeah, it's a very elaborate setup, but worth every little bit of time that we put into it because the pieces are just mesmerizing, and it's mesmerizing to watch. It's just a cool medium. All the families and the kids love it. So do the adults.
Well, yeah, adults were just big kids at heart anyway, and it's really cool to see different mediums that we might not have seen as kids when we were growing up because there's a lot of new things that are coming into play. I just want to thank you and Lauren for being such wonderful members of our community and bringing this for our kids and our adults and everybody else, because I feel like art really is an expression. It's a form of us putting our thoughts and emotions onto maybe paper or a spinning wheel for clay or painting or writing or drawing or anything like that. And you also have some great crafts that you can purchase over there too. So as we close up, I just want to remind everybody about what's happening later on today. They've got to get on over there to Vail Village for the show.
It's at the Gerald Ford Amphitheater for the concert tonight,
right.
The free concert tonight. And we'll be outside. It's drop-in art, and we're
Nice.
doing the trucker hats. Very cool, practical medium because it's wearable, and trucker hats are cool.
I love it.
And then this Friday, it's the art battle starting at 4:30.
All wonderful things, music and art combined. This is Russell Fredrickson I said Fredrickson.
Fredrickson.
Right from Alpine Arts here on Good Morning Vail on TV8, and we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials,